Hey guys, it's Roderick. I'm here with our first installation of Real Housewives Storytime. So if you're new to this channel, this is where we review television shows, films, with an eye towards filmmaking, acting, and directing. But for the next 3 weeks, because I am reviewing the Real Housewives of New Jersey, I'm going to intersperse some new plot lines or really storylines for some of my favorite Bravo reality television shows, and we're gonna call it Real Housewives Storytime. So to kick it off, our first Real House Storytime is when the world met Erika Jayne. So Erika Jayne arrived in the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills season 6 episode 3. So this is back when really the Real Housewives, every time there'll be a new person to the cast, they would kind of give you like 2 episodes, like kind of to catch everybody up, kind of set the tone, and then the new people wouldn't arrive until about the 2nd or 3rd episode. Sometimes, but not always. So Erika Jayne was really a breath of fresh air to this franchise. Now, in my humble opinion, season 6 of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is arguably one of the best seasons for that franchise. Because it gave us really the kind of impetus to kind of like a lot of the things that will kind of start to kind of cause, you know, the cast to kind of fracture. And back then, people really kind of showed up for the most part to be authentic, even though we know now that is not necessarily true. So let me set the stage to tell you why Erika Jayne's arrival was such a gag and why it was so good. So where we are in season 6 is at this point, the cast consists of Lisa Vanderpump, Kyle Richards, Lisa Rinna has now been on for 2 seasons, Eileen has now been on for 2 seasons, Brandon Ganville has left the cast, and we're now adding Erika Jayne to it. And we have Yolanda Foster. Why is this important? Because pretty much what has happened is that Lisa Vanderpump and Yolanda Foster are pretty much engaged in what is known as what I call a silent proxy war, right? This is where the girls aren't outwardly really hostile to each other, but they're trying to move behind the scenes to kind of get allies and undercut the other ones. And we pretty much have Lisa Vanderpump, who's pretty much, as you would think of her as, the Queen Elizabeth, right? Not just because she's British, but she was kind of like the preeminent person on that franchise. And Yolanda Foster is kind of like the Mary Queen of Scots. Now, Yolanda Foster, if you don't know, at the time was married to musician, producer, extraordinary David Foster. She is also the mother of Gigi Hadid and Bella Hadid, right? So Yolanda pretty much used this franchise to kind of launch, or the launching pad for her daughter's success. Now, I'm not saying Gigi and Bella would not be famous without the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, because they are gorgeous and they're also rich. And pretty much that's all you really need in today's society. But it definitely gave the launching pad to give them the worldwide exposure for their modeling career. It helped, it didn't make it. It's the proverbial buttercream frosting, right? So at this point, Yolanda and Lisa are in a silent proxy war because of a skirmish that happened previous seasons, right? And now Yolanda has been diagnosed with Lyme disease, okay? Now this is relevant to another story time we'll do later on, but Yolanda's really holed up in her condo. Lisa Rinna is visiting, Eileen is visiting, and every much the girls are all proud of playing nice, right? Behind the scenes, Lisa Vanderpump is really waging this proxy war, right? And we'll get to kind of how that really matters. Where Erika Jayne fits in is Erika Jayne comes in season 3. She's the wife of the plaintiff's attorney, Tom Girardi, and she kind of shows up, and when we meet her, she is Erika Girardi, right? She's Yolanda's friend from 9 years. She's, very forceful. And then we hit our confessional look. She has given us big hair. She has given us straight talk and sass. And it was wonderful. Like, the difference really between kind of Erika Jayne when she arrives and kind of like that Lisa Rinna kind of mouth vomit kind of she does, is that you can really tell that is who Erika really is, right? She's a very strong, assertive, decisive person who really moves between the different phases of her life. So when we first meet her, we meet Erika Girardi. And you know what? Like Donna Troy, she just spins around and becomes Wonder Girl, and she gives us Erika Jayne, and she introduces the world and the ethos to Pat the Puss, and the gays just gagged. And I gagged again by watching it. Also, Erika also introduces a very straightforward, kind of savvy approach to dealing with these women. As we see or watch through the season of season 6, Erika comes in friends and kind of aligned with Yolanda, and therefore when she starts and comes and meets Lisa Vanderpump, she's not outwardly hostile. She's just very much letting her know, I'm not the bitch to be tried, right? And I think that kind of watching this now, because I stopped watching the season when Denise Richards allegedly had the foo-la-la with Brandy or whatever like that. So I stopped that. So that's probably like season 9 or 10 or whatever like that. I'll have to look. So what we see now is that I think when people met Erika Jayne or met Erika Girardi, they talked to her like she was Erika Jayne. And I think that one of the things with Erika is that she's like, when I'm Erika Jayne, I'll let you know I'm Erika Jayne, but you need to move with me like I'm Erika Girardi. And I think that was very off-putting to a lot of the women when they first met her. But, you know, Lisa Rinna and Eileen end up becoming really good friends with Erika. And you know, I really liked Erika when she first showed up on the show. I did not like the way she kind of dealt with Teddi Mellencamp when she arrived on the show. But having some reflection now, like 5-7 years afterwards, I think the issue is with Erika, with the Teddi Mellencamp situation specifically, is that she's such a strong, assertive person. If you are weak sauce, she just smells it, and there's something in her that just makes her just want to pounce on you, right? Not instinctively, not in because I think a lot of people use bullying the wrong way. I think if you're just weak sauce, you just need to stay out of Erika's orbit, right? Because people who are very strong and assertive, if you're like that weak, kind of Jerry from Rick and Morty type of person, that's just not gonna mesh with her, right? So one of the things that was really good is as further developments happen, right, in this season, Erika really shows to be a very loyal friend to Yolanda and very clear as to who she is and a very formidable cast member for this franchise. And I think that her presence really was a breath of fresh air. Now, I don't know what happened towards the end. I watched with her and Garcelle and Lisa Rinna, and we'll get into Lisa Rinna and her situations later on or whatever. But I am here to say that season 6, episode 3, the introduction of Erika Jayne was probably one of the best kind of storyline plot lines for one of the entire franchise, because there are very few housewives that are as memorable and kind of, I want to say, iconic, because people misuse that word, but Erika really stands a cut above her entrance into this franchise, because it wasn't like, you know, she had the proper mixture of Beverly Hills Rich, a personality, and a point of view. And I think when you're doing documentary type of work, you have to have a point of view. You can't just really kind of show up and go where the wind blows, whatever, as we've kind of seen with like the Real Housewives of New Jersey and the new women who kind of showed up. You know, there's a difference between having a point of view and taking sides and trying to like play the underhanded games. And at this stage in the Real Housewives franchise, production is really on it as far as letting the women show up and letting things kind of authentically play out. And you don't really see a whole lot of Pinocchio work in the kind of production or in the storylines. However, season 6 is a little different, because there definitely was some issues to do with that. So anyway, I'll leave you with that. Go back, watch season 6, episode 3, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Tell me if Erika's entrance was not for the gods, made us all gag, and I'll be back here with another story time soon. Hope you all guys are having a great Memorial Day weekend. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and check out some of our other videos. See you later, guys.